I'm Tyler.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Tennessee.
And today we're going to present our triangle comparison project.
In this video, we are going to attempt to connect a single theme to 3 different pieces of art.
The Book of Mice and Men, the movie The Help, and the song Imagine.
The theme of our choosing is the American dream and how people connect and contrast to it.
The American dream is essentially the belief of prosperity and success for all, as well as the social mobility for the family and children.
Meaning the ideal family is a mother and a father living in the middle-class house with a decent income supporting 2 or more children.
The kids will then carry on the legacy and continue the process.
All 3 pieces have a way of showing that the American dream is not for everybody, even if you want it.
Of Mice and Men is a novel that aims to portray the realities of living in the 30s. It tells the story of George Milton and Lenny Small, 2 migrant ranch workers who moved from place to place in California in search of new job opportunities during the Great Depression in the United States. The 2 have a dream of one day owning their own ranch and being able to live on their own, not wanting a boss or having to listen to orders. What seemed to be a common American dream at the time is being your own boss, having something, if it's land or equipment, to call your own. This is proven when a character by the name of Crook says this.
I've seen hundreds of men come by on the road and on the ranches, with their bindles on their back and that same damn thing in their heads. Every damn one of them got a little piece of land in his head. And never a goddamn one of them ever gets it. Just like heaven. Everybody wants a little piece of land. I read plenty of books out here. Nobody never gets to heaven, and nobody gets no land.
The character Candy, an old man who is becoming too fragile to work on the farm and therefore got some sneaking suspicions that the boss is going to fire him. When Candy heard George and Lenny's plan, he got excited and asked to join them. They agreed and their plan was set. In the end of the book, Lenny gets in trouble and the consequence is George has to shoot him, canceling their plans.
The Help has very clear underlying themes of the so-called American dream, more specifically the contrast of the American dream, meaning people who are forced out due to differences are choosing not to follow along. I'm going to show this by looking at 4 characters from the movie: Miss Hilly, Minnie, Skeeter, and Celia Foote. Hilly Holbrook is a woman who wishes for the perfect American life. She is married to a future politician and constantly pushes the importance of segregation and punishes anyone who disagrees with her. And by trying so hard to achieve her version of the American dream, she ends up getting too ahead of herself and destroys herself. Minnie is a black maid who is praised for having amazing cooking skills, but has a big mouth that often leads to getting her fired. The maids are supposed to be submissive and quiet.
Eat my
Minnie is the opposite, leaving her behind on the American dream bus to prosperity. The white people won't put up with her, let alone give her the opportunities she wants and needs. Skeeter is a white woman in a well-off family, given all the opportunity to become a successful housewife. The problem is Skeeter doesn't want a husband or kids, but wants to support herself as a writer. So it's not that she can't get to the American dream, she just doesn't want to. Celia Foote is a smart woman who differs from other ladies. Celia was born in the poor town of Sugar Ditch and was raised different. She wants to be like those women, but her background plagues her, so she is unable to fit in. Her husband wants kids, but she is also bound to miscarriages. She is denied the American dream because of her past and because of being infertile. The American dream is depicted as an impossible goal, but most of the women and the men dream of one day getting there. Miss Hilly wanted it, but her beliefs got the better of her. Minnie was against and chose to fight it. Skeeter refused to follow along because she wanted to be independent, and Celia Foote was denied it because of her past.
The song Imagine, written by John Lennon, is a song meant to represent peace and a perfect world in his eyes. The song is about ending religion, borders, and anything else that might be stopping us from living together in peace. The song both contradicts the American dream and relates to it. Traditionally, the American dream consists of a white family, a man and a woman, with 2 to 3 kids in the upper middle class. So in that sense, the song kind of contradicts the American dream. But in our time, the American dream is more flexible, basically a good life for yourself in the US, however you might see that. For John Lennon, the American dream is the absence of anything that divides people, such as religion, social classes, and borders.
Imagine there's no heaven, it's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine there's no countries, nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too.
While in the American dream people would achieve their goals alone, John Lennon loves the idea of brotherhood.